The Media Center for Art Education and Technology, a service of the Monterey County Office of Education, along with the Herald Live, presents PrepNation. Now to your hosts, Tommy Wright and John Devine.
Welcome to PrepNation. We're out here at the pit. Alongside me is John Devine. I'm Tommy Wright. And we're out here for the Salinas Football Jamboree. Tell me, what can we expect out here today, John?
You know, probably very little. I think for a lot of these teams, this is more of a chance for them to hit another team right now. I expect both teams to be all four teams, I should say, to be very vanilla tonight. They know that the opponent for next week is sitting in the stands scouting them.
And so we have seen all four of these teams on our 22 teams in 22 days tour. Who's impressed you the most so far?
Now Salinas High. I mean, not only do they have a roster of 88 players, but they're big, they're physical, they're strong. They've got three running backs in Everett Ball, Julian Wilcox, and transfer William Campbell, all capable of rushing for over 1,000 yards. I think this team's going back to the playoffs.
Okay, and tell me about North Salinas. What have you seen from them so far?
You know, they're coming off back-to-back 1-9 seasons, but this is a junior class that head coach Steve Zink has been talking about for 3 years. It's finally here. 15 of them played last year as sophomores. I think North High is a playoff contender.
And how about Alisal? What can we expect from them this year?
Well, you know what impressed me about Alisal was their leadership when we were there at practice a few days ago. You know, this is a team that has missed the playoffs by a half point in each of the last 2 years. I think there's some determination there. They're in a new division this year. Alisal's going back to playoffs.
And lastly, Alvarez is out here. What can we expect from them tonight?
Well, new coach David Bottom is inheriting a program that was in disarray last year. He's starting from scratch, essentially. He's a new system, a new attitude. I wouldn't underestimate this team. I like what I saw in practice. A good-sized team. They're hungry, and I think they got a lot to prove.
All right, now let's see what some of the coaches and players have to say today.
A decade at Alisal. Welcome back to PrepNation. The football tour has landed at Salinas High Stadium, where today the Salinas Jamboree features Alisal, Salinas, Alvarez, and North Salinas. Alongside Alisal head coach Chanel Smith, I'm John Devine, and coach, as I mentioned, 10 years. Do you still get goosebumps or nervous before the game?
Oh, absolutely. You'll think if you follow me all day, you'll think this was my first Jamboree, first season, man. But you know, the beauty of it is, even though you can have a lot of kids coming back, but every year it's a new team, and you never know what to expect. So you always got those butterflies and a little bit anxious until you get to rolling a little bit and you can start coaching.
Speaking of that, the last 2 years, Chanel, you guys have missed the playoffs by a half point each year. Is that serving as any motivation for this group this year?
I think somewhat, but I think this group have taken on a little mindset of its own about the goals and the things that they want to accomplish. I don't think they're really dwelling or looking back at we were this close, we were that close. Of course, that's something that coaches bring up. Could have been a game early here or there, but at the same time, I think that this group, they have, like I said, they have their own goals and expectations of themselves, and it's really serving as their own motivation.
You know, last question. The one thing I noticed about this team when I was at your practice the other day was the leadership. I thought some good senior leadership this year.
Oh, we have great seniors right now, and really doing a good job of holding kids together, holding everyone accountable, being accountable themselves, making sure that they're leading by example, not with just words, and they're really stepping up and doing a good job for us this year.
All right, well, have fun tonight.
Thank you. I really try to.
Alongside Alisal lineman Dante Santoya, I'm John Devine, and Dante, Jamboree tonight. Just curious, how are you feeling right now? You're finally going to get to hit another jersey.
Can't wait. I mean, best feeling any player could have is, a chance to hit someone else.
Now, can a Jamboree set the tone for the rest of the season? I mean, I know it doesn't count, but you're going against three rivals, Salinas rivals tonight.
I believe it sets a major role in how we're going to be in this season. It can definitely foretell if we're going to do good, not bad, but, I mean...
Excited?
Yeah, very excited.
Back out at the pit here on a Friday night for the Salinas Jamboree alongside North Salinas head coach Stephen Zink. I'm John Devine. Stephen, I've been hearing about this junior class for 3 years. They're finally here. Excited?
Yeah, really excited to see how we do, and always excited for the Salinas City Jamboree. A lot of great kids, and I think the thing that goes great with the junior class is we really have great senior leadership this year, which I haven't seen in a while. And, I mean, here and there, but I think every senior is a leader this year. It's pretty nice.
Now, you're coming off back-to-back 1-9 seasons. How does North High turn it around this year?
We got to protect the football. That's been, I think, the last 2 years the biggest problem. We get behind, we turn the ball over 4 or 5 times the first 3 games, and once you get on that train, it's kind of hard to get off. And then, we got to tackle on the other side. We haven't really tackled very well, I don't think, and that's obviously been a point of emphasis this offseason, and hopefully we're going to see kids doing what they're coached to do.
All right, before we get out of here, Stephen, I think the last 2 years, maybe there was hope at North Salinas. I think this year there are expectations.
I think definitely expectations, and the best kind of expectations, the ones the kids put on themselves. We as coaches always expect their best, I think, and I think this year we've seen the kids expect more of each other, and that's been really, that's just, you know me, I love that stuff. Anytime the kids want to lead and be better than we want them to be, that's always awesome.
Enjoy tonight.
All right, thank you.
All right, hanging out with North Salinas running back / defensive back Andrew Zarate. I'm John Devine. Andrew, 2 quick questions. Show me the new helmet. Look at this beauty. First time in 40 years, a new, different color helmet. Is that a sign of things to change at North Salinas?
Yeah, I think so. Like, we're really strong and really building this year that we are going to be something great, and we are going to be improved better than the last few years.
Absolutely. Your coach keeps telling me this group has built a bond. I'm just curious, did that start last year when you guys were kind of going through those growing pains?
Pretty much, yeah. Like, we went through the growing pains together, and that's like a bond and something pretty strong that you have to do. Like, we hang out at school all the time. We go, like last night before, we carved up at pasta at Olive Garden, and we just have fun, and we like building a bond with our team.
Gonna be a fun year. Thanks. We're minutes away from the start of the Salinas Jamboree alongside first-year Alvarez coach David Bottom. I'm John Devine. Coach, give me a feel about what you're feeling right now. Excited, nervous, juices flowing a little bit?
I'd say the juices are going. Definitely pretty excited. It's the first time I get to bring these guys out here for a little bit of competition, so I'm pretty excited, looking forward to it, and I think the kids are pretty excited.
Now, Coach, do you think this team has something to prove at all? I mean, a new coach, new system, new attitude?
I think every team every year's got something to prove. So I think these guys just kind of want to show everybody that they're ready to play.
Feel they're anxious to hit another helmet?
Absolutely. After the past couple of weeks, they're all ready just to kind of see a different colored jersey.
Alongside 285-pound beast Kendrick Brown, I'm John Devine. All right, Kendrick, last year there was a lot of hype surrounding this program at Alvarez. Obviously, things didn't go so well. You're kind of flying under the radar this year. Are people overlooking Alvarez?
Yeah, you know, we got a lot to prove out there. Everybody has stayed, hard work and everything, so we just got to prove it tonight.
What's it going to be like tonight to finally hit a different colored helmet? Because you guys have been banging for 2 weeks.
It's going to feel good. Just knowing that you're not hitting your teammate out there, just have fun, be safe.
All right, good luck tonight. Thanks. Moments away from the start of the Salinas Jamborees, alongside running back Everett Ball, I'm John Devine. And Everett, could we see 3 running backs from Salinas this year rush for 1,000 yards, including yourself, of course?
Most definitely.
Why is that? Why do you say that?
Because all my running backs, they're determined, they trust in each other, and they block for each other. We treat each other like family.
Salinas has made it to the playoffs 4 straight years, to the CCS Division I semifinals. Is there pressure to make it 5 straight, or maybe to take that next step?
I'm thinking about taking that next step because we're already we know how it feels to be in the semifinals. So right now we're just motivating ourselves to go to that next step and also come together as a team.
Nothing better than finishing it with a win, right?
Right.
All right. Thanks, Everett.
You're welcome.
Hanging out with Salinas offensive lineman / defensive tackle Anthony Ballesteri. I'm John Devine. All right, Anthony, you guys have dropped your last 4 season openers. So how important is it to start off tonight with a good show? I mean, I know it's a jamboree, it doesn't count, but...
Well, it's really important. We got to come out here and show the other teams what we got. Coming out here pretty strong, and we're just got to show them what team we got going on this year.
Sure. Now, obviously, some teams have hope. I think Salinas has expectations. What is this team's expectations? Because you've come close the last 4 years in terms of getting to the CCS Division I semifinals.
Right. Well, every year we expect to come out and just perform as best as we can. Hoping for the best. Expectations this year go as far as we can go. That's all we can hope for.
You anxious to hit another jersey?
Oh, of course. Always hoping for that.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
And welcome back to Prep Nation. We're back out here at the pit alongside John Devine. I'm Tommy Wright. And so tell me about your first impression so far.
Which school you want to start with?
Well, let's start with Alisal.
Okay, well, Alisal, we talked about their leadership, and I saw a lot of that today. First play of the game, they gave a 40-yard touchdown, and that defense kind of bounced back. Chanel Smith, the head coach, showed me he liked how they were flying to the ball. You know, a couple touchdowns. Javon Villalobos hit to Michael Ortiz, and then Ortiz came back with a pick, so they look good.
And tell me about Alvarez. What did you see from them out there?
You know, I saw a lot of enthusiasm. I remember this program struggled last year with just 2 wins. It's a whole new program, as we mentioned earlier, new system, new coach, whatnot. But they showed some life, a couple of touchdowns in their first series. Again, don't underestimate this team.
Now about North Salinas, what did you see from them?
Saw them throw the ball a lot. No, we didn't see a lot. They're going to go to a no-huddle offense once the season starts, but Justin Gutierrez looked good throwing the ball, and head coach Steven Zink mentioned to me that he really liked how his O-line played tonight. They had 11 different running backs carry the ball tonight.
Okay, and lastly but not least, Salinas.
Well, again, they look big. They looked impressive. First play of the game, Elijah Kirkland runs 40 yards for a touchdown. He's not even a starting back. You know, William Campbell, the transfer from Alvarez, you saw him juke a couple of guys there and ran off for 30 yards. This team looks good. They're impressive.
All right, well, that should do it. Thanks a lot, John.
See you next week.